Hi everybody, before we start the class I'm again going to teach you how to set your core. So if you find the bony bits of your pelvis and then slide in just a little bit and press down gently and then see if you can pull those core muscles right from the bottom of that pelvis up towards your belly button. And if you can see my fingers popping up and down when I set those core muscles. So that's what you should do, that you should try to feel. Take that picture in your brain again when you're setting your core muscles, so you know what to do. Hi everybody, this is week 3 for Pilates Online Staying Calm with Carina. As you can see, you're going to need a mat, a towel and a band just to make sure that we can do the stretches. So for everybody now, close your eyes. Make sure your weight is right in the middle of both feet. Like I said, find those core muscles right on the bottom of that pelvis. Pull those core muscles up, tuck that belly button in gently, set your shoulders together, down towards your low back, and then shift that weight first from one side to the other side. And really concentrate on those core muscles in the front and back of your trunk. Do that shift as far to the side as you can. Get into your zone for the hour class, and then shift that weight to the front and back, to the front and back again as far as you can. Feel those muscles firing when you lean forward, feel those muscles firing in the front when you lean back. Spread your toes out, have a good base. And then make little circles, going one way, and then the same the other way around, with those core muscles still set around your stomach and around your shoulder blades. Well done. And then set the weight right in the middle of both feet. While you're standing, make sure your knees are slightly bent, as long as they're not pushed back like that, but slightly bent. And then with your pelvis, rock that pelvis to the front and back. Nice big movements to loosen up your low back. Still with those core muscles toned, that belly button still tucked in. And then slowly make those movements a little bit smaller each time, so that you end up in your middle position. Double check if those core muscles are still toned, pulled up, belly button tucked in, shoulders are still together down towards your low back. Remember that peach under your chin and that string from the crown of your head, making you stand tall. Hands on your ribcage. Deep breath in and out. In and out. Deep breath in and gently out. One more time, in and out. And then relax your arms. Open your eyes, move your arms halfway and back. Lift up one heel and then lift up the other heel. Gently warming up all those muscles around your shoulders, around your ankles. Good, and then lift up both heels, up and down. Nice and high, up onto those toes. Work those calf muscles. Good strong calf muscles for a better balance. And then stay onto your toes. And relax. Now we're going to do the same thing, but now with your eyes closed. Arms in front, heels up just a little bit, and see if you can hold that balance. Well done, and relax. Good. Now have your hands behind your back, lock those hands down towards the floor, and then a gentle stretch for those neck muscles to one side. And to the other side. Still concentrate on those core muscles around your stomach. And then we're going to stretch each side one more time. Now try to get that ear as close as you can get it to your shoulder. Give it a good stretch. And then the same to the other side. And relax your head back in the middle position. Good, we're going to start with the climb in standing, so your hands are on your hips. Tiptoe with one foot. And then drop that hip down and hike it up, just to loosen up your low back in that sideways movement. Nice, slow, big movement, up and down with that one side of your pelvis. And then set your pelvis in your middle position. Double check if that pelvis is in your middle position. You're still on your toes. And then open up and close. Make sure that knee of that standing leg is still slightly bent. Muscles are toned in your leg, your buttocks together with your core. And now see if you can lift that leg up. Open up and close, holding that balance. And then 2 more on this side. Well done. And then we're going to change sides. So onto your toes on the opposite side. Drop your hip down and hike it up on this side. And then set your pelvis in your middle position again. Open up. And again, make sure that knee is still slightly bent. Leg muscles are toned, buttocks toned together with your core. And now see if you can lift up this leg. Opening up and close. And then 2 more. Well done. Good. Next one is going to be the breaststroke. So you're going to have your hands either on your forehead or behind your head. You're going to roll down, chin down towards your chest, roll yourself down. Then you're going to look up, drop that mid back down towards the floor and curl yourself back up. So you're rolling down and you're rolling back up. Down and back up. Now make sure that you hold those core muscles toned around your stomach. Roll yourself down a little bit further. As long as you drop that breastbone down towards the floor while you're starting to curl up. That's it. And then do a couple with your eyes closed. Still holding that balance. Working on those core muscles. And then last one. Finish the one if you just started one. And relax. Well done. Next one is going to be the moon stretch. So you're going to do your right over left. Have both of your arms up to the ceiling. And then stretch yourself out to one side. With your hands, gentle pull on your fingers. And bring that pelvis to the opposite side. And give it a nice long stretch. And then you're going to keep your feet in that same position. Just move your hands towards the other side and give this a stretch. Just make sure you're not bending too far forward or back. Just imagine you're in between 2 tight walls, like that, and you just can go only to the side. And then come back. Hold those arms up to the ceiling. Now you're going to be left over right. I'm still doing as I'm teaching. And then you're going to stretch out one side. Now there's a little space in between your feet, so your stretch is a little bit stronger. Centers are still set around your stomach. And then you're going to go to the other side. Gentle pull on your fingertips. and relax. Well done. Roll those shoulders loose. And the next one is going to be the single knee bend. So tiptoe again on with one foot and you're going to bend the other knee. Centers are set. Shoulders, muscles are toned around your shoulder blades. And then see if you can lift that leg up. And then last one. Well done. Now we're going to change sides. Double check those core muscles. Bending your knees, that one knee, while your toes are still on the floor with the other leg. And then when you're ready, lift that leg up. And then one more. Well done. Good. Next one is going to be with your hands in front. And you're going to bring one knee towards your hands. And now close your eyes. Still try to just have a gentle tap on the floor with your toes. Two more. And then open your eyes, change sides, bring the other knee towards your hands. And then close your eyes on this side. Try to hold that balance. Always more difficult with those eyes closed. Well done, and then last one, and relax. Well done. Next one is going to be this one leg circle. So you're going to have one leg in front, half a circle behind you, and half a circle back. First couple, just over the floor, over the mat. Double check if those centers are set, and then do that same movement in the air. Well done, looking good. Try to keep on going. One more time to the front with your foot and back. Well done, good. Same thing with the other side. Double check your centers, hands are on your hips. First couple over the mat and floor. Get used to that movement. And then in the air. Well done, looking good. And then one more time to the front and back. And relax. Good. So the part where standing is now finished. So we're going to go to the end of the mat. And here we go. So standing on the back at the end of the mat. Chin down towards your chest. Slowly roll yourself down. Try to go first that neck bit, then your mid back, then your low back. And just in the end, only the movement from your hips. Relax your arms and head. Give that low back a good stretch. Knees are still slightly bent. And then roll yourself slowly back up. Push those hips forward first. Straighten out your low back, mid back. And in the end, open up your collarbones again. And there we go, one more time. Rolling down. Slowly in your own time. Well done. And then walk yourself up onto the mat. Before we're going to do the plank, we're first going to do the needle and thread. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Slide your right hand through the hole you're making with your left hand and knee. Bring that right shoulder as far down as you can to the mat. Deep breath in, out, and come back. Same on the other side. Slide that left hand through the hole. Left shoulder down, deep breath in, and out, and come back. Each side, one more time. Stretch out, deep breath in, and out, come back. And then for the last side, deep breath in, and out, and come back. Good. Up to the plank time now. So onto your forearms, slide one leg away, breathe in, double check if those core muscles are toned around your stomach and around your shoulders. Breathe out and then straighten out the other leg. Into that bridge position for a minute and a half or as long as you can keep on going. Make sure you not sink down too much or bring that bottom up too high. Just try to stay like that piece of wood into that plank position. So it is another fine day. Beautiful sunshine outside. We're filming on Saturday, so tomorrow it's going to be really nice weather. I hope that everybody will enjoy, or did enjoy it if you see this later in the week. I hope you enjoyed your Sunday weather with a little bit of sun on your nose, which is always good. Tone those leg muscles, hold those core muscles pulled up. Those shoulder blade muscles are still working hard, keeping your body up there. I'm watching my clock, don't worry. And here is your minute, so only 30 seconds to go if you can hold it. Looking good. Hopefully you're still up there. 10 seconds to go. And 5 more to go. Well done. And there you are. Stretch yourself out. Forehead down towards the mat. Keep those arms overhead so you can stretch those shoulder muscles out a little bit. And then onto your knees so you can roll your shoulders loose. Good, we're going to do another one. Now with your arms straight. So again, make sure those core muscles are toned. Slide one leg away. Double check the stomach muscles and shoulder blade muscles are lovely toned. Breathe in, breathe out, and there we go. Add the other leg. And now if you want to, a little bit more action during this plank, do little push-ups. Go down as far as you can. Keep that up. Always good to do it a couple of times, these plank exercises during the week. Remember a couple of the exercises what we do this week, see if you can do them on the other days. Or just take parts of half or a quarter of the, or a full hour and do it more, do it a couple more times during the week. Good, now step aside, step aside. Chatting too much push-ups there, sorry about that. And now lift up one leg straight up, lift up the other. And then there's your minute, so lift up one arm and back, lift up the other arm and back to those little push-ups as low as you can go. And then lift up one leg and then the same with the other. 5 more seconds to go. Well done. And then lift up one arm at the end, lift up the other arm at the end. Well done. And stretch yourself out. And then onto your knees, so you can roll your shoulders loose again. Right, we're going to roll onto your back, where we're going to start with the double leg stretch. So your feet are on the floor, your knees are bent. Remember that little space, that little grave right by your low back. Core muscles are pulled up, belly button's tucked in, shoulders are together, down towards your low back. Both arms up to the ceiling, breathe in. Now you're going to keep that ribcage onto the mat, breathe out, push both of your arms overhead and come back. So you're going to breathe out when those arms go away, keep that ribcage straight, onto the mat, breathe in when you come back. So you're going to work those core muscles together with your stomach muscles, holding that ribcage down. And then end up with your arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in, double check your centers again. Ribcage down, breathe out, 2 arms and now 1 leg away. And come back. Breathe out, slide the other leg away. And come back. In your own breathing rhythm. Just concentrate on those core muscles and that ribcage, staying in the same position. And then a gentle breathing out when you go away from the center. Come in, breathe in when you come back to the starting position. Good, and then each leg one more time. Last one. Now, arms up to the ceiling, bring 1 leg up in the tabletop position. Breathe in, breathe out, 2 arms and 1 leg. And come back. Stay with that same leg now. And then 2 more times with this leg. 2 arms still away. Last one. End up with your arms up to the ceiling. Change legs. Breathe in, double check those centers and ribcage. Breathe out. 2 arms and this leg away. And then last one with this leg. Well done. End up again with those arms up to the ceiling. Now you're going to add the other leg. And now we're going to scissor. So your right arm goes overhead, your left hand goes down towards your hips. Straighten out that left leg. And then scissor the other set. The further you bring that leg down to the floor, the more difficult it is. So if it's too difficult to go all the way down, just go halfway. Just stay at your level, what you can do. Now you know what the next one will be. Now we're going to try to see if you can go a little bit faster. And go, 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 go. Really working those big stomach muscles together with your core muscles while those arms and legs are flying around. Looking good. And relax. Well done. Pull both of those knees into your chest. Have a lovely stretch for your low back. And now the next one is going to be the shoulder bridge. So when you lower your feet back down, make sure that those feet are as close as you can get them towards your body. Centers are still set. Hands on your hips. And now push that pelvis all the way up as high as you can. If you're using 2 towels at this moment, please take 1 towel away. All the way up. And all the way down. Good. Now you just make that bridge position halfway. Little pulses. Drop that pelvis down and then push it back up, making sure that you work your butt muscles to push that pelvis up in little pulses. Elbows away. if you want to, or arms up to the ceiling if you want to, up to you. And then hold that pelvis in that middle position. Now lift up one heel and down, lift up the other heel. We're still in that bridge position. And your aim is to hold that pelvis in that same position the whole time. Good, now lift up one set of toes, lift up the other set of toes. And now we're going to try to do that walking movement. So, at the same time, one heel up and the opposite set of toes up, and then the other set. Kind of readjust your feet if you feel you need to. Still working those butt muscles, holding yourself into that bridge position together with your core. Well done. And then feet back onto the mat. Now push those knees together and push them apart as far as you can, together and apart. Just a little extra strengthening for those butt muscles, holding that pelvis in the air into that lovely bridge position. Well done. Last one out, and then bring those legs back to hip width apart. Now lower yourself slowly down and pull those knees into your chest for a lovely time. Well done, that was a long time up there. Well done, now we're going to go back to the shoulder bridge. So again, lower your feet back down, close towards your body, as close as you can. Hands are on your hips, centers are set. Bring yourself back into that bridge position. And now you're going to straighten out one leg into that 45-degree angle. Come back, straighten out the other. See if you can do the same thing with those elbows away from the floor or your hands up to the ceiling. Again, up to you, which one you prefer the most. Good, now, when that leg is in that 45-degree angle, bring that leg up to the ceiling and down. Still, your aim is to hold that pelvis in that same position. And then do the same with the other leg. Do that once with your leg up to the ceiling, twice, 3 times, up to you again, as long as you can hold that pelvis in that same position. That's the most important part of this exercise. Good, and then last leg. Well done. And then lower yourself all the way down. Pull those knees again into your chest. Have a lovely stretch. And then lower one leg down at a time. Right, we're going to do the arm series now. So grab your band. Hopefully you found a stretchy one. Have both of your arms up to the ceiling. Core muscles are up, belly button still tucked in. And now you're going to stretch that band out as far as you can. Bringing that band down towards your chest, making sure that your wrist and your elbows stay straight. So stretch out and come back. So we're working now on the muscles around your shoulder blades. Good, end up with your hands up to the ceiling again. And now you're going to stretch that band down towards your belly button. Hands together again, up to the ceiling and away. Try to get those arms as far away as you can. Bring one leg up. Bring the other leg up. And keep on stretching that band. It's all one muscle, but different parts of this one muscle in the back. Well done, last one like this. End up with your arms up to the ceiling and now stretch overhead. Hands back together. Well done. Hope you find a good stretchy band to do this one. And then end up with your arms back together again, like what we did with the double leg stretch. You're going to bring one arm overhead, other one towards your hips, straighten out the other leg. We're just doing a couple more, but now with the bend. Well done. And then each side, one more time. Last one. And relax. Well done. Put that band away, pull those knees into your chest, have a lovely stretch. And then we're going to roll over to our side. So lower both of your feet back down. Roll yourself now onto your side. Bottom arm goes overhead. Create that little arch again by lifting that ribcage up. Try to hold that little space. Core is up, belly button is tucked in. And then we're going to start with a snap and I'm going to add a circle. So lift up your top leg, add your bottom leg and lower them both down. Up, snap and down. If you feel very well wobbly, have your hand in front of you. Otherwise, try to hold that hand onto your hip. Well done. Now hold both of your legs away from the floor. And now we're going to add a one leg circle. Try to do that circle as much behind you as you can. And make sure that bottom leg thigh is still off the mat as well. Great, and now go the other way around. Well done, and relax those legs for a little bit. Next one is going to be the scissors. So we're going to straighten out both those legs again. You're going to lift up one leg, add your bottom leg, and now you're going to start with those little scissors. And then make those big steps. Back to those little ones. Back to those big ones. For the last one, back to those little ones. And for the last one, back to those big ones. Well done. And then pull both of those knees all the way up so you can have a good stretch for your low back and resting those muscles around your hip. And then straighten out both of your legs. We're not doing this one very often, but it's the clam. So slide your top foot all the way up till you're in the back of your knee. Make sure your toes are off that leg, or toes are off the mat still. Drop your knee down towards the mat. And from here, hold your center set. Lift that top knee up and all the way down towards the mat. Try to keep it all the way from the mat up as high as you can. One more. And relax again. Well done. Knees are up. And now straighten out just that bottom leg and lift that bottom leg up and down. Holding your core muscles toned around your stomach. And our little pulses up and down. Little circles going one way. There's only small movements with this one. And then the other way around. And relax. Well done. Again, pull those knees up all the way. Give your low back a nice quick stretch. And then we're going to try to do the same on the other side. So let's change sides. Right, roll yourself onto the other side, like I said. Both legs, bottom arm is overhead. Towel becomes a little pillow. Create a little arch again. Centers are set around your stomach. And then we're going to start with the snap. So top leg up, bottom leg up, and then both down. In your own rhythm. Hold those centers set around your stomach. Like I said on the other side, if you feel very wobbly, have your hand right in front of you for a little bit of balance. Otherwise, see if you can hold that hand on your hip while you do this exercise. Well done. And now hold both of your legs up away from the floor and circle that top leg. Going one way. And circle the other way around. Well done, and relax. Well done. Rest those muscles around your hip for a little while. And there we go. With the second exercise, if it's the scissors, watch that little space on your side. Your core muscles are still lovely turned. Lift your top leg up, add your bottom leg, and start with those little scissors. And then make those steps as big as you can. Back to those little ones. Try to keep that bottom side still off the mat. Back to those big ones. Well done. For the last time, back to those little ones. And back to those big steps. And relax. Well done. Lots of legs exercise today. But looking good. Hopefully feeling good. And then the next one is going to be the level 3 from the clam. So straighten out both of your legs. Double check if that little space is still there, your centers are still set. And slide this top foot now all the way up till it's behind your knee. Drop your top knee down towards the mat. From there, with your center set, lift that top knee up. And all the way down towards the mat as well as you can. Well done, and then last one. And then pull those legs up, have a little rest. And then the last exercise on this side is straighten out that bottom leg, keep that top leg up there and lift this bottom leg up and down. Full range first. And then little pulses in the air. Sandy snoring. And then little circles going one way. And going the other way around. Well done. And then rest. Roll yourself now onto your back where we're going to do a bit of stretching. So first one, both knees into your chest. Try to get that bottom off the mat. Give it a good stretch for your low back. Centers are still set though. Good. And then lower one leg down at a time, making sure that your your core muscles are still nicely pulled up. Bring one ankle on top of the other knee, pull the other leg up until you feel a good stretch right around your buttocks. 30-second stretch. Ten more seconds to go. I hope you guys are enjoying the classes. And then change legs. Stretch out this side. Five more seconds to go. And then gently relax. Grab the band again. Now we're going to use it to stretching those muscles in the back of your leg. So put the band on the bottom of your feet, of that one foot. Make sure you keep your knees straight. Pull that leg in until you feel a good stretch from your hip to your knee to your feet. And then let it stretch. Bring those elbows as far down towards the mat so you can work those muscles around your shoulders. Kitty cats are outside, they might not have a guest appearance this time. Too nice of the weather. Well done, and then ease off the stretch. Add the other leg. Change legs, pull this one in with a straight knee again and feel the stretch from your hip all the way down towards your ankle and let it stretch. Relaxing that ankle joint as well, give it a good stretch for those calf muscles together with those muscles in the back of your thigh, your hamstrings muscles. And then ease off the stretch. Well done. Roll yourself now onto your stomach, where we're going to start with the swan dive. So your forehead is on the towel. Your hands are on either side of the towel. Make sure your pelvis is in that middle position, meaning that those bony parts from your pelvis there's still a little space in between your mat and those bony parts of your pelvis. Leg muscles, buttocks and trunk in the front and around your shoulders are lovely toned. And now you're going to just bring that breastbone and forehead off the mat and down. Keep your neck long. Hold your trunk lovely toned. Small movements, only the top part of your neck is trying to loose. Make sure that that bit is loosened up. And lower your forehead back down towards the towel. Make an L shape with both of your arms, with your elbows the same level as your shoulders. Now we're going to move more mid-back, but holding that pelvis in that middle position. So breathe in, double check your centers, breathe out, breastbone, forehead and arms up and down. In your own rhythm, make sure with this movement that you breathe out when you lift up. Try to hold those toes on the mat, on the floor. Keep that pelvis in that middle position, so you still should be able to put your fingertips in between the mat and your pelvis while you lift and lower. Breathing out, breathing in. Well done. And then last one, up and down. And relax your forehead, relax your arms. Next one is we're going to work with those shoulder blade muscles. So both of your arms are going to go overhead. You're going to slide your hands further away, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears. And then slide those shoulder blades down towards your low back. Try to remember that I put my hands on your shoulder blades, guiding you, bringing those shoulder blades up, sliding your hands away from yourself, from your body, and bringing those hands back to the starting position. Pelvis is still in the same position. Leg muscles and trunk are lovely toned. While you just move those shoulders up and down to your ears, to your low back. One more time, up. And one more time down. Well done. Now bring those hands down towards your hips. Drop your shoulders down towards the mat. Breathe in, double check your core muscles. Breathe out. Bring those shoulders blades together. Open up your collarbones. And then drop those shoulders down towards the mat again. Open up and come back. Open those collarbones. Hold your trunk still lovely toned around your stomach, while you work those muscles around your shoulder blades. Pelvis is still in that middle position. Readjust yourself a little bit if you feel you're kind of starting to slack in that area. Now lift your hands up, open your arms up, and then open up your collarbones, open your hands up, bring those shoulders down towards the mat, turn those arms back in. Purely working those muscles around your shoulders. Strengthening for good posture. And just a gentle breathing in and out. And then one more time, opening up, open your arms up, open up your collarbones, and then come all the way down. Relax your arms. And then the last one is going to be the swimming, when you bring both of your arms overhead. We're first going to start with the arms. So double check if that pelvis is still in that middle position. Core muscles are up around your trunk, and now lift up one arm and down. Lift up the other arm and down. Try not to swing your trunk from side to side while you do an arm lift. Just hold that trunk in that same position while you lift up one arm and the other arm. Good, now we're going to add your opposite leg. Again, holding that trunk lovely in that lovely toned and in that same position with your pelvis. Make sure the movement is just from your shoulders and hips, nothing from your trunk. That trunk stays in the same position, well toned. Try to lift those arms and legs up as high as you can, but without any movement around your low back. Well done. Last set up and rest your legs and arms for a little while. We're going to try to do that fast movement like we've done before. So now make sure that you're really going to work those core muscles and those stomach muscles as well as you can. While you lift up one arm, add the other arm, lift up one leg, add the other leg, and now you're going to do that fast movement up and down with your arms. Quick movements. Keep on going, keep on going. You really got to work those stomach muscles nice and strong to hold that trunk in that same position. Up and down and relax. Well done. Let's see if we can do that one more time. So set that pelvis in that middle position again. Trunk is lovely turned. Lift up one arm, add the other. Lift up the other leg, one leg, add the other. And there you go again. Quick movements with arms and legs. Holding that trunk as turned as you can. Up and down, a little bit longer. And relax. Well done. Good. Bring yourself now onto your hands and knees. So you can stretch your low back out. Well done. And then bring yourself into a sit position. Hello, Patch. We're going to start with our arms, forearms on top of each other, and you're going to roll yourself back in that C shape and then pull yourself back up again. Roll yourself down and come back up. Breathe out when you roll yourself down. Breathe in when you come back up. Good, now we're just going to go halfway and then bring your arms overhead. A little extra work for those stomach muscles and come back and pull yourself back again. So you're going to roll down, arms up, feel those muscles shaking, arms down and come back. Two more like that, rolling down, up and back. Last one, up and back down, and well done. Good, stretch yourself out, bringing your trunk in between your knees as well as you can. And then slowly bring yourself up to standing. Well done, and then close your eyes. Have the weight right in the middle of both feet. Make sure your knees are slightly bent, like I said before. Pelvis is still in that middle position. Core muscles are up, belly button's in. Shoulders are together, down towards your low back. That peach and that string from the crown of your head are making sure that you're standing nice and tall. Bring your fingertips up and then lift your heels up, holding that balance. And then roll yourself down, keep your knees bent, keep your spine straight and lift your heels up. And then one more time, rolling down and back up, heels up. And then relax yourself, relax those heels down to the mat, hands on your ribcage, deep breath in and out. One more time, in and out. And relax. Well done, I hope you enjoyed this class and we'll see you back next week. Bye.